Previously on the road to fit. My choices are getting better. My clothes are still fitting the same, and it's hard to say, okay, let's keep going. Welcome to week 10, you guys. I am just like ready to feel the difference in my body. I'm gonna hop in the gym. As usual, we start the week off with 3 days of feasting. I'm waiting on my avocado toast to get ready. I have it every morning on my feasting days, and I'm starting to just enjoy the routine of it. Every time I've lost weight, I really love my routine. That routine is what gives me a sense of like stability, a sense of security. I'm gonna go eat some avocado toast. Mwah. I'm getting a little hungry, and just by the time I cook my food, I'm gonna be starving and eat more than I need to and probably want more carbs. So this is just to hold me over.
I totally forgot to film my lunch, but I have lasagna, and I have lasagna again.
Beef lasagna for dinner. Y'all, I am just having one of those days. I could not get with it in the gym. I really want to eat today. I don't want to fast for 2 days. I am literally listening to discipline motivational videos. Yeah. I'm struggling over here today. I'm just not feeling it like I have been for the past 3 weeks. That's my red flag, when I'm not like enjoying myself, when it feels like mentally draining. That's my red flag that I need to fix something in there. Compared to where my diet was 3 months ago, I've made a lot of changes. I'm fasting 3 days a week now. I brought my carb count down. I'm eating way more veggies. I'm eating more inside food, not eating out as much. Like, it's a lot of changes. So I gotta give myself that pat on the back. Y'all, I am really in the trenches right now. I'm still fasting. Today's a fasting day. But man, this is embarrassing, but I really want to eat something delicious. I really just want to take a weekend off. Like, I know from my past experiences of getting fit, it's not like this. It's not a push and pull feeling. So I know I've got to change something. I may let myself have a cheat meal this weekend just to kind of like satisfy that. Yeah, here we go. We're going to figure it out. Mwah. Just regular sourdough butter toast. So I just left the gym, and someone very close to me was telling me, hey, make sure that you make ugly faces on your last rep, which is so true. I need to be pushing through that last rep. And so as I was doing that, I allowed myself to kind of work through the motions. And so that gave me a really good dopamine hit. And I thought that's really good, because that's how we become addicted to things in a good way. It being something that benefits me, allows me to grow my glutes, being in the gym, burning calories, it all contributes to this goal that I have. So I just thought that was really good, that I had a good dopamine hit. I just found something that was just like, please check out Chase Hughes. What he said was, you want to focus on prioritizing your future self. So when you take an action today, know that it's setting up success for your future self. And then when your future self reaps that reward and receives it, your future self looks back on your past self with gratitude. So that action becomes a double whammy. You get the dopamine hit when you set your future self up for success, and then your future self gets the dopamine hit when it reaps the reward and looks at your past self with gratitude. And this made me realize I have been living for my present self. I've also been looking back to my past self with a negative connotation, like frustrated with myself, mad at myself, disappointed in, you know, choices. I've got to start the loop of choosing actions today for my future self. So I'm going to start acknowledging the things I do to set up my future self. And then when that time passes and I receive that, I'll look at my past self with gratitude and I will change the loop. Are my tacos chicken, tomatoes, avocado, you can't see them, cheese, and then lettuce. I totally forgot to film it, but dinner was pineapple shrimp. All right, you guys, it is a fasting day today. It's the last day of the week. This week has really been a struggle. I may have a little cheat over my next feast, which will be in next week's video, but there's definitely a red flag this week. The two biggest things I'm taking away is, one, I'm operating and prioritizing based on my future self. It's really about building this relationship with future me, and I never really thought about it that way, but I love the idea of it. The second thing that I'm doing, which I think is one of the best little nuggets, don't focus on the results, focus on building the habits that make the results a byproduct. So as far as the diet, I need to focus just on my meat and veggies. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Happy week 10, and I can't wait to see you guys in week 11. Mwah. 1 o'clock, and I'm so hungry. 3 o'clock, definitely hungry. All right, fam, let's check out these progress videos. I'm not really using them as my measure of progress, but I gotta have them for records. My biggest wins this week was that I cooked and I didn't eat out as much, but compared to the week before, huge improvement. So I'm very proud of that. I'm really excited about this dopamine idea. So next week, I'm really going to focus on paying attention to my dopamine and see if I can use that to curb my cravings. Okay, let's just take a little peek at the video. I don't see much difference. Maybe my tummy's gone down, but it's kind of hard to tell. Like, it's just such a small amount. Not looking at that. We're just looking at the habits. That is what's going to make the difference. Focusing on the habits, doing better. That's my motto. I'm doing better and better. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Mwah. Next time on the road to fit, I want to test the theory that if I keep my dopamine levels up, then my food noise should be minimized. Legendary pizza chips. Legendary s'mores Pop-Tarts. Perfect for a sweet tooth. Great macros.